Hi everyone, Cendril here along with Finn.
Hello everybody, nice Scarlet, aka Pim Feather Dragon here.
Buckle up folks, it's gonna snow tomorrow, and spirits are in good humor today. Penny has to say. Same thing. We're gonna go try to figure out the snow cucumber. An iridium bar.
5 times market value though, so.
I don't need money. I need iridium bars.
How much iridium do you have right now?
No.
As he chokes.
5.
Oh, you only have 5.
Enough to upgrade a tool. That's it.
You don't have enough ore to make another bar either.
Might go to the mine today.
Anyway, shall we get started today? Because I know how this question's gonna go.
Yes. Let's go ahead and get started.
Okay. Have you played Fire Emblem Path of Radiance? And if so, what do you think of it? Now, shocker, and if you've been listening to these past few episodes, this is actually a Fire Emblem I have played. One of the 2 I actually have played. Shocker. The shocker, I know. But anyway. So, me and Path of Radiance. Now, after I played Sacred Stones, I was like, hey, Fire Emblem's pretty neat. And Path of Radiance came out on the GameCube. It was like full 3D with the fights and everything instead of just a 2D, not really still screen, but you know, they still move or whatever, but it was a 3D battle. Oh my gosh, so amazing. I did not like Path of Radiance. It was very slow to start, so it was hard for me. I don't remember what chapter I finally gave up on. Maybe the prison chapter? And Cendril's over here cringing. I can see him just cringing and, why? But, now, the storyline, I have seen it all the way through, so I know the story, the ending, all the characters, etc., etc. Story, once the story picks up, I'll admit it's good, but it's just so slow to start that I just couldn't be bothered. Because I was impatient, and what grade was it when it came out? 9th or 10th? Maybe 10th? I was just impatient, and I had better things to do than to play a very slow game with a very slow story. But Path of Radiance, when I did play, I really enjoyed it. I thought the 3D battle scenes were amazing, and that was actually my brother's first Fire Emblem, and he didn't know the "you're die, you're dead" mechanic. I was trying to warn him in the tutorial fight. He didn't pay attention, so that's on him. Oh, I'm such a mean little sister. Anyway.
There you go.
But did I enjoy it? What I played of it? Yes. The story? No. The story was way too slow to get started. If it started sooner, I think I would have enjoyed it more and actually sat down and played it all the way through. And that's what I got.
Alright. Then I'll go.
Buckle up.
Buckle up, folks. Alright. Path of Radiance. I have played Path of Radiance, which shouldn't shock any of you. Path of Radiance is my second favorite Fire Emblem. My first being FE7, because it was the first, and I love the characters in FE7. FE7 will always be my favorite. But Path of Radiance FE9 is my second favorite Fire Emblem. And I can tell you why. Path of Radiance... Let me get the one negative of Path of Radiance out of the way first. Which is what Finn talked about. It starts really slow. Not Trails in the Sky slow. Nothing starts slower than that blasted game. But which I ended up having fun with which I had fun with at the end of the day. But no game's that slow. But it does start slow. It does take a few chapters for a couple of maps for the story to really get rolling. And they do that because they want to establish a character. They want to establish Ike, who's the main character from 9. You probably know him from Super Smash. The relationship that he has with the characters. So they want to establish that. They could have done it in fewer chapters. But the beginning is really slow.
I think they could have spread it out a little bit, honestly.
You can't. Well, part of it you can't because plot. But anyway,
I know, but plot. But...
once the ball gets rolling in FE9, it shows why it's one of the best Fire Emblems. The amount of plot points you have in 9 are great. I need horsey. You have... Alright.
Gotta move that horse closer to the house.
Huh?
I was saying you gotta move that horse closer to the house.
I know.
Anyway, go ahead.
It needs to go here. But that's there, and I don't think I can move the shipping then.
Move to furnaces then.
That would probably be what I would move.
Go
Anyway, so spoilers. You could probably just skip the episode if you want to play Path of Radiance. Or someday see me play Path of Radiance on the channel and you be blind to the playthrough. Because I obviously won't be a blind playthrough for me. So spoilers. And if you're doing that, we'll see you next episode with another topic and we'll have lots of fun, I assure you. Okay. The thing that makes FE9 really, really great is the amount of, like... I don't always have to have a serious story. There it is.
Oh.
I figured the tree was blocking
well
it at
hidden.
some point. It's goofy looking.
It looks like a bad art sculpture or something.
It does. HMTGF.
Okay.
Alright. Anyway, now we have that. You have all these powerful topics in FE9 that you have to deal with. How characters deal with death, how they deal with racism, how they deal with power, how they deal with responsibility. You see a whole bunch of characters, not just one. Like usually it's just the Lord that has the main that has the arc of character. In FE9, there's a whole bunch of characters that have this character arc of how they have to grow and change from what's going on to them as the stakes keep getting higher, bigger and bigger. Like it's not just Ike who grows, and Ike's growth is phenomenal. Phenomenal. It's amazing what they did. He's a real character with real feelings and this real character arc. It is great. That's something that makes Fire Emblem 9 amazing. But you couple that with he has that character arc. Jill has a character arc. Soren has a character arc. Princess Elena has a character arc. Who else? There's a few more that I'm just leaving out.
Almost everybody that you meet and could possibly use on your team has a character arc. Like, they get time. Like, of course, Ike's going to be in every cutscene in between chapters. You all know how Fire Emblem works. Before a chapter starts, you have a cutscene, right, where characters talk. Of course, the Lord is going to be in every single one. But I mean, everybody gets a couple of chapters where they really have to, come to terms with what they believe in. It's phenomenal. More Fire Emblem games need to do that. But you really get it in Path of Radiance. The storytelling, I'm the first one to admit, it starts off way too slow, which irks me. Mm-hmm. Other than that, the storytelling in Path of Radiance is beyond top-notch. It's astounding. It's amazing. That is Fire Emblem 9's best point, period, is the story. The story and the characters. They are memorable. Really good stuff.
Like I said, and they tackle, you know, some heady topics during that. You know, there's racism in Fire Emblem 9 between Bjark and the race called Lagoos, which they're like, you can think like cat people. They're not all cats, but you can think like that. For the most part, there are dragon Lagoos, which are awesome, but for the most part, it's like cats and lions and tigers. And they're called subhumans, quote unquote,
because they're animals.
It's a derogatory term in that game. It's a derogatory term, and just the way the game handles it is, it's great. It's phenomenal. And you have the like people dealing with death that happens. People dealing with responsibility. And the struggles with it. It's not just, you know, hey, I'm main character, so I'm awesome. Which I enjoy that too, by the way. I enjoy that a lot. I love One Punch Man. Like, let's just say, you know, let's just take that. You know. But to have this growth in this strategy game, to have this kind of story, this kind of growth, it's fantastic. So that's the biggest reason I love FE9. But the maps are well done. Stat growths just feel really good in FE9. One of the best things I love about FE9 is bonus experience. Now, some people don't like bonus experience. It's okay. They can be wrong. It's different than grinding, though. I love bonus experience. So the way bonus experience works in FE9, depending on what difficulty you're playing on, every map, and depending on what you do in the map, you will get bonus experience. This bonus experience is free. You can give it to whatever character you want, as much as you want. It means you can level up a character that got left behind, or that you really want to use, but just didn't like give them enough kills or whatever. You can give them bonus experience and catch them up. Or if you get a unit you really like later in the game, but they show up, you know, not completely leveled up to your party, you can feed them bonus experience and level them up. I love that system so much more than just flat out grinding, because it still has that traditional Fire Emblem feel of going from map to map, and I think it works extremely well. Sadly, that was the only game they used it in, but it was a lot of fun. The other system I really liked in FE9 was the where you make your own weapons, which is interesting because they've used that system in other Fire Emblems, but it's just, I like the way it worked in 9, because you couldn't break it because you don't have the money to break it. Because making your own weapons in FE9 can get expensive really fast.
It gets stupid expensive. That's the first thing I learned in FE9. I could make this awesome super sword, spear, whatever I was making. Yeah, sure, let's do that. That'll be $9 million, please.
I mean,
it was nuts.
It's really, really expensive. Super expensive.
Yeah. Now, if you can afford it, you can make the best sword in the game, period.
You can make the second best sword in the game.
Well, second best sword. But still, if you can afford it.
If you can afford it, which you're probably not going to.
No.
But that's okay. You can still make like a slightly better than average iron sword for just a little bit extra money. But like almost every other Fire Emblem now, when you use weapons, they break. They'll break eventually. So you have to decide, when do I want to use my slightly better than average weapon? You know, is it worth using it now? I really like that system. It's a really good system. What else about FE9? I already talked about the story.
Characters.
Characters are great.
I will admit the characters, I don't remember names because I'm terrible with names, but the characters were very memorable from what I recall.
Yes, they are. They're very, like, not just, like I said, not just the Lord, but like a lot of the characters are very memorable. Some of the support conversations in FE9 just will blow you away. Kind of like FE7, how there's like all kinds of different support conversations. Some are funny, some are super serious. Mm-hmm. Some can be, kind of lovey-dovey. There are a wide variety of different support conversations. And like I said, quite a few characters get some time during the cutscenes. Get some time during that. So, more than just the Lord. So you get some stuff there as well. So the characters are memorable because of all those reasons. The story, once it gets going, after a couple of chapters, is phenomenal. The bonus experience system is great. Because if you play on... It's like, oh, well, that just breaks the game. If you play on hard, you really don't get that much bonus experience, let me tell you. Even on normal, you don't get a lot. There's easy, normal, and then you can unlock hard.
Yeah.
Even on normal, you don't get that much bonus experience. To where it's like, oh, everybody's level 20 now. No. It's not. You don't get that much bonus experience, people.
From what I remember, you get enough bonus experience that you can give to someone you didn't bring to the fight for whatever reason.
Pretty much. Especially on normal. You'll get enough bonus experience to keep like 1, maybe 2 characters up to speed that you don't take to fight with you. Somewhere around there. That's what I remember. And then maybe disperse a little extra here and there.
Maybe so-and-so is just 2 points shy of level 20, give them that last 2 points.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's what I would use bonus experience quite a bit for. So there's that. Now, you can break bonus experience, but I won't go over that either.
Save that for the LP.
Yeah, I'll save that for the LP. But it's still a really good system. I love the bonus experience system. The forging your own weapon system, because you can change the color of the blades. That's really cool. And you can give it, like, for not too much extra money than you would spend at, like, a shop to buy an iron sword, you can make a slightly better than average iron sword. Or whatever sword you want to make. You can make iron, steel, and silver. Points in the game, you have to unlock them. Mm-hmm. I think maybe you can also do javelins? Maybe. Like, you can only forge more the basic ones. You can't, like, forge a brave axe. For example.
I want to say you can get a javelin, but it's not going to have a lot of uses.
Yeah, it'll have the standard 20 uses.
Yeah.
15 and 9? No, I think it has 20. But you can't make, like, a killer weapon. I don't remember.
I don't think you can make killers, and I don't think you can make reapers.
No, I don't think... You definitely can't make reapers. Killer, I'm a little...
Fuzzy on?
Little fuzzy on. It's been a while since I played FE9, but... It's really good. If you've not given FE9 a shot, I will tell you, the first handful of chapters are a lot of establishing characters.
It's going to be slow going at first.
And it's going to be slow going. For some people, it may not be your first time. Like, I don't know, the story was still a little engaging to me. But it is the tip of the iceberg. I promise you. Once you really start to get in the story, and you'll know when the story gets real. Trust me, you'll know.
We won't spoil that.
I'm not going to spoil that, but you'll know when the story gets real. From that point on, the story just gets better and better. It really does. I mean, and the characters will have these character arcs. It's phenomenal. And just really quick, as I end the episode, I'm talking about story and everything like that. Well, how's the gameplay? The gameplay is great. It's Fire Emblem. It'll feel like a Fire Emblem game. It's really, really good. The maps are very good, well thought out. They play really well. It's really good.
I will say one thing on the gameplay aspect. Like, for me, I like leaving the animations on because I like seeing them charge in and smack somebody.
Absolutely.
In Path of Radiance, you might want to set it to, what's the medium one between, like, full animation and not doing anything?
Short, I believe is what
Short.
it's called.
Yeah, but you might want to turn it to short after a while because since the fights are in 3D, sometimes it takes a while, especially if you have a general to lumber over there, poke, and then lumber back.
But it's sweet watching the general just lumber over there. There's this imposing presence of a general.
It looks awesome.
It looks awesome. But Finn is right. If it does become too, like, you get tired of seeing the animations for whatever reason, there is a short mode that you can use to speed it up.
And if you really want to, you can just turn them off completely.
Yeah, if you really want to, you can turn off the animations completely.
But why?
Yeah, I mean, well, a lot of people do just to save time.
Yeah.
But if you've got the time, watch the animations at least a couple of times because they're really good, really, really good 3D animations. Especially as units, when you start getting a killer weapon here or there, and you start seeing more of the critical animations.
Oh, the critical animations are beautiful.
Are so sweet. They're really, really good. Watching a character promote in FE9 is fantastic. Seeing them go from this 3D model to this 3D model that's class changed, and they just look super fancy. It's great. Totally worth your time. I will say, though, for some reason, I like the Game Boy Advanced animations better. I don't know, something more pure about it, I guess. I don't know. Just old school. I like 16-bit graphics.
Don't worry, it's okay, dear. You can be wrong also.
I can be wrong sometimes, and I'm definitely wrong on this one. The FE9 animations are phenomenal. They are great, especially the critical animations. The critical animations in FE9 are sweet. So, if you've not played Path of Radiance, do yourself a favor and play it somehow. Path of Radiance was for the GameCube. You'll have an easier time finding Path of Radiance than you will Radiant Dawn.
Yes,
I can tell you that.
Very true.
If you get a chance to play Path of Radiance, pick it up, and I hope you have a blast with it because it is, like I said, my second favorite Fire Emblem.
And if you're like me,
extremely good.
And if you're like me and you got tired of the slow start that it had, just turn off the animations until the game ramps up, and then turn back on. That'll actually help a little bit.
Yeah, I think that would help a little bit. I said you're gonna have to slug through the first couple of chapters, but I promise you, it is well worth it. It is well worth it. That's all I got for Path of Radiance. You said yours at the beginning. I don't think you have anything else.
Nope.
That's all we got for Path of Radiance. Thank you very much for watching. Yes, at some point I will be playing Path of Radiance on the channel. I can see the comments now. Oh, sir, you're going to play Path of Radiance on the channel? Yes. Yes, I will play Path of Radiance on the channel sometime. Because at the time of this recording, I have FE6 going on. And I'm not doing more than one Fire Emblem game at a time. That's not happening.
Don't do that. That's just nuts.
So, maybe after FE6 sometime. More than likely, the next Fire Emblem game I'm playing on the channel is 9. Just because it is, like I said, one of my more favorite Fire Emblem games. Like I said, that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for the questions as always, and keep them coming. We're just started winter, so we got time for a couple more questions till the end of the year in Stardew Valley. So for Finn,
I've been Scarlett. I'll see y'all later.
I'm Cendril 9. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.